Alright, JosefVStalin, and welcome to my 6th part of Let's Play Rise of Nations, Thrones and Patriots. And in this part, I'm going to launch a Soviet invasion of Egypt for the 3rd time, because this is my 3rd take doing this, because either Audacity has crashed or I screwed up my Frap stream, and it's been quite irritating. But anyway, we're gonna move into Egypt, but I should note a few things first. One, I bought another nuclear missile, and all you need to do that is you just click the nuclear missile button, and then you put it in your territory. And I've also increased all the Warsaw Pact nations up to a territory strength of 3, so they're not going to be revolting against me anytime soon. So we're good on that front. Anyway, it's time to start this police action in the Suez Canal. And I'm going to start this up. And here's something that's a little new. The bonus cards. You gain bonus cards by either doing well in missions, or they're just rewards for missions, or you can buy them with your tribute. And usually I just ignore them, but I guess I'm gonna do one for this battle. I'm gonna choose this one, which is called Commerce Eureka. I guess just for shits and giggles, just to see, so you know how these things work. I'm gonna play it, which gives me 1 extra technology to start with at the beginning of a battle here. So I'm gonna start this up. I'm gonna check one thing quickly and minimize it just a sec. Okay, my audio stream is still going, nothing has crashed. But anyway, here we go. This is called the Battle of the Suez Canal, and what has happened is a rebel group has seized control of a bunch of ports in Egyptian cities, and it's my job, and I've used this as an excuse to send in some of my forces to restore order. And then once I've taken the rebel cities, then I have to crush and destroy the Egyptians. So here's my dudes. They're all ready to go out, and I gotta say, one thing I really like about these campaigns that weren't quite so evident in the normal Conquer the World campaign, which just gives you all the nations of the world and puts them on the map and says go nuts, is that in that map it's just a skirmish after skirmish after skirmish mode, and it makes every single last engagement feel the exact same as one another. So then you just realize, you know, why am I playing this? Why aren't I just going into and playing regular skirmish mode? And at that point, you know, it doesn't matter. But with this map, it keeps everything new and it keeps everything fresh. And I've dropped Brame, and I'm not really sure why. So I'm going to have to figure out, okay, whatever. It's now back to 30 frames. I'm not really sure what was going on, but it looks like I've stabilized, so I guess we'll be fine. But here's an event. What has happened is that the rebels have decided that they say they're worried that the ruse will not work against the Egyptian government, and have offered an alliance with us. And then we turn on them and then crush the regular Egyptian government and create sort of a client state with them in charge. And I'm going to do this because, one, it makes the battle a whole lot easier, and I arbitrarily hate Nasser. He's a douche. And also, the only thing it does is increases the DEFCON status, DEFCON threat, by 1 point. And all that, if you know anything about the DEFCON meter, that means that's the sort of threat of nuclear warfare. And as long as I keep my missiles in check or above the Americans, then I don't have anything to worry about. The Americans aren't going to nuke us, because if they do, then, you know, it'll be mutual destruction, and there's really no point. But however, if I let those nuclear weapons slide, then the Americans will definitely take any opportunity they get to nuke me, because, as we all know, Americans are gigantic assholes who enjoy nuking nations. And again, I can't figure out why. I mean, I'm not running anything too fancy right now, and it kind of is going back and forth between 1 frame and 30 frames. So I'm not really sure what the hell's going on. But what I've done is I've taken my army and we're going to attack the Egyptian city of Alexandria just to bring a first blow against them and make sure that they know their place. It'll weaken them a little bit and keep us dominating this battle. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do this just to give them the first what for. And looks like my rebel allies are keeping the Egyptians busy with skirmishing some of their troops on the front. I'm gonna keep building some citizens to keep my production up. I'm also gonna build a library and a university.